They say jump, and you say how high. Your brain dead, you got a bullet in your head. Get him! Kind of reminds me of another particular video that Kyle Rittenhouse was involved in. Maybe just a little bit? Holy fucking shit. You see that one woman running holding her baby? Big beastly bitch holding her fucking baby. Baby legs just flopping like this behind her. Watching these people, I can't get that Rage Against the Machine song out of my head. Bullet in the head. That is every last one of you lot. Just a couple clips, couple articles, couple posts, couple headlines will get you guys out there ready to burn it all down. So Kyle Rittenhouse is doing a tour, apparently. They got him going to a couple colleges, talking about his story. And some folks ain't happy about it. I get why when they're as stupid as they are, but I don't get why when they don't react this way for nothing else 100 times worse. People dying every day in Memphis. People dying every other day in Louisville. They don't got a peep to say about nothing, but God forbid Kyle Rittenhouse comes. Fucking line the troops up. And you just wonder how they get as riled up as they do. I'd imagine most people forgot about Kyle Rittenhouse. But then you see the Young Turks. And if there was anybody that I could guarantee that would have just the most dishonest take about everything with Kyle Rittenhouse, it'd be the fucking Young Turks. I got my next episode of Looney Tunes being loony, folks, because this fucking Young Turks, specifically Dr. Rashad Clown Ritchie here. I don't know how people become older. You're supposed to get wiser, smarter, be able to think clearer. And you just see Dr. Rashad Ritchie, he gotta be in his 40s. Gotta be mid-40s, maybe 50s. But old Dr. Rashad Ritchie heard about Kyle Rittenhouse's tour there, and he had to put his 2 cents in on it. If you were ever curious how those people in that first couple clips get riled up, running around chasing people, talking about get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, buckle the fuck up.
Kyle Rittenhouse, yep, he's touring, basically lecturing at universities. Obviously, there's significant backlash. Put up one of the promotions. Look at that. He's famous because he shot people. Wow.
Wrong. Kyle was famous more so because of clowns like yourself who wouldn't let this story die for nothing, who just pushed it, lied about this entire case. They're still fucking lying about this case. Years later at this point. A while ago, I maybe would have thought, all right, maybe they just don't know all the facts. Maybe they haven't seen the videos. Maybe a number of things of why they're wrong. That's not it. These people are just liars at this point. God forbid, could you imagine the world that they didn't have the video that they have on Kyle Rittenhouse? Imagine if it had just been the testimony of the ideological commie clowns that had been in that croup that night, and it had just been their word against his. It'd have crucified that kid. And I'm telling you from the heart, if you put 100 different people in Kyle Rittenhouse's shoes that night, not arguing none of the bullshit of how he shouldn't have been there, specifically that particular situation, if you put 100 people in Kyle Rittenhouse's shoes that night in that particular situation, 98 out of 100 probably killed 10, 12 people. Maybe 15, 20. Kyle Rittenhouse handled every fucking moment of every encounter he found himself in as best as anyone ever could have. I'm trying to tell you from the heart. Every moment, everything that kid did, from the moment that clown started chasing him to the final end of it, every decision Kyle Rittenhouse made that night was a fucking chef's fucking kiss of perfection. But got the nerve to talk he's famous because he shot people. No, he's famous because of the publicity everyone gave to this case. Whether it be right, left, middle, all of it. That's why he's famous. You lie through it all and somehow got the nerve to talk about he's only famous because he shot 2 people. Whew. Wrong number 1.
It continues to draw heavy opposition from campus communities. The organization behind Rittenhouse and his speaking tour, none other than Turning Point USA. At Kent State, one person launched an online petition calling for the university to cancel this Rittenhouse event, and more than 1,500 people have already signed it so far.
Oh my God, there's 1,500 zombies ready to sign a petition. Guess that means something. I don't know how these people like tie their shoes in the morning. They're so fucking stupid. Not only so fucking stupid, but just absolute liars. Liars, hypocrites, assholes.
The petition's organizer, Ali Greco, wrote, and I quote, "As a member of the Kent State community, which will feature Kyle Rittenhouse as a guest, we must remember that our university should be a place of learning, for learning and growth."
For learning and growth. This coming from the person who made the petition. That a university should be for learning and growth. Everything that isn't the group of people that were outside of the event screaming, "Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em." You're not growing. You're not learning. You're just brown shirt, black boot wearing, useful fucking idiots.
Not for promoting divisive figures or ideologies that could potentially incite more violence.
Not for promoting divisive figures or ideologies. Like, they can't even grasp the irony in that and just how fascistic every single one of these people are. Bro, I'm telling you, it is a whole... They got them young. That's what it is. They've got these people young. They got them just commie, black boot wearing, useful idiots. And now they're young adults. Bro, I had this conversation with a buddy of mine. He is far, far more optimistic than I am myself about the future of all this shit. I try to be hopeful. I try to be optimistic. But that black-pilled side of me, I just think it's too far gone at this point. I'm glad I won't be around in 50 years. Fuck, 20 years, maybe, to even see where all this leads. But I promise you, all these people that just want to fucking burn it down, they're not reasonable people. These aren't fucking reasonable, honest, good faith people. They're all liars. Most of them are just commie, fascist, fucking doom-trooping motherfuckers.
I'm going to come back to the incite more violence part of that comment. Let's put up the picture for a mass. Rittenhouse on the left, illegally holding a firearm, in my opinion.
Oh, in my opinion. Illegally, in my opinion. Doesn't matter that it's illegal. I'm just going to call it illegally and then drop the "in my opinion" in parentheses afterwards. Because it's not like the Young Turks fan base is going to care. They're already strung up, fucking hung from their toenails, fucking just gung-ho ready to destroy this kid. You ever got a second, go check out the OG of this video and read some of the comments of the Young Turk fans who watched this same video. You got people on there talking about taxes income to 100%. He should be in jail. He shouldn't be allowed to do nothing. Yo, they want to destroy this kid. And the only thing they think about him are all lies. Almost the entirety of what they think about this kid is a fucking lie.
Was 17 when he fired a semi-automatic AR-15 style rifle at 3 men, killing 2 of them. You remember this during a 2020 demonstration?
Demonstration. Demonstration. Is that what 2020 was? Burning down half the fucking country? Destroying, looting, robbing, fucking pillaging half the fucking country was a demonstration, right? Huh, Mr. Good Faith fucking Dr. Rashad Ritchie? Huh? Mr. I ain't got no bullshit with me, Dr. Rashad Ritchie? Bro, you're a fucking liar, bro. These people are fucking liars. And then you wonder how we got half the shit we got going on. You wonder why 200-300 of these kids was outside of this event screaming, "Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em," to people that wasn't even fucking Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, the people that was spitting on that truck out there with their little baby, out there with their fucking toddler, watching people spit on trucks who wasn't even Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle wasn't part of that last group that was coming out of the event that all the people stampeded towards to just hound on the walk out of there. Listening to clowns like this.
Against the police shooting of Jacob Blake on the right. This was in Wisconsin.
That might be the only honest thing you actually said in this entire fucking segment. Jacob Blake, absolute fucking asshole of a dude. Everything he did was wrong, but somehow they'll come to the defense of this man. Well, because he's black, of course, and it was done by the police. But everything he did, just ignore all that, and let's all just focus on Kyle Rittenhouse. You know, that'll make us all better for it.
In 2021, he was acquitted of 5 charges, including intentional homicide. Him and the judge had a significant love fest during that entire ordeal.
I'm just grateful that he had at least a reasonable judge. I'm just glad he had a judge that was, for the most part, I mean, it's the only case I've ever seen of the guy. I watched a lot of that trial, too. At least that judge was fair and honest. I don't count on Dr. Rashad Ritchie being able to recognize that when he's as partisan a hack as he is. God, I don't know how people take these people serious. You almost wonder how just like anything will ever get better when like these people have the platforms that they have and can just spit nothing but lies and division, and how grown adults can listen to this type of shit, believe it, make actions, do things because of it. We're fucking fucked. I'm trying to tell you, bro, get ammo, because one day this shit is gonna hit the fan. I'm trying to tell you, and 911 will be as worthless as fucking ABC Nightly News is telling you what the fuck is going on.
Let me explain a few things. Universities that have student organizations or student groups that are official and affixed inside of the institution have a significant amount of, let's just say, freedom. The freedom of speech is pretty absolute.
Oh, I sense a fucking butt coming here. If there was ever, he can't make a solid point. The fact that it is absolute. Freedom of speech is absolute. There's a fucking butt coming here. Fucking watch him.
Except for some rare cases.
Except. You got me, Doc. You got me that time. It's kind of the same there, but potato.
For example, if a student organization invites somebody or a group that may create a level of violence, well, guess what? The president can step in and say, no, I'm utilizing the caveat of safety in order to say no to this particular exercise of your speech. That is allowable.
That is allowable, he says. That is allowable for the president to cancel it if they can create a level of violence because of it. So the heckler's veto, more or less. If people don't want you to speak, they can just start the violence, get louder, and then shut it down. That's a good argument, I guess, for Dr. Rashad Ritchie. But that's a shit argument, ain't it? Oh man, freedom of speech is absolute, except if the speech is going to create a level of violence, we got to shut it down for safety reasons. That's a shit standard, and fuck that.
All right, in 1970, okay? In 1970, Kent State was the site of a deadly shooting.
Oh, shut the fuck up about 1970. About an event that happened in 1970, bro. Fun. Same shit on them comments underneath that original video. You got people talking about this event from 1970 and bringing up the argument of, oh, the people that brought Kyle Rittenhouse here know about that event in 1970. Bro, this is like, I'm trying to tell you, this shit is over, bro. This shit is over. Dr. Rashad Ritchie is by far, this point, the average. He's the medium. He is working on the majority at this point, and anybody with an ounce of honesty, reason, sense are just getting pushed to the bottom. We don't want to hear nothing from you.
Some call the event tone deaf and detrimental to the student body. It's not tone deaf. It's tone intentional. They're not tone deaf. Turning Point USA is being intentional with this tone. They know exactly what they're doing. They know that this is divisive. They know Kyle Rittenhouse is controversial. That is the reason they are submitting him in this particular way.
I mean, how do you know that? How do you know that that's the reason why they're doing it? I mean, I know you say that that's why they're doing it, but to imply that they're only doing it because they know that he's divisive and they know he's controversial, so therefore that's why they're doing it. and they want to start shit. Wouldn't you be smart not to give them that then? I see, Turning Point, I recognize that you're only doing this to fan the flames and to get shit going, so therefore, I'm not gonna give it to you. I guess that'd be asking a little too much from the zombies, right? Yeah, fucking zombies don't have too much. Zombies don't question their actions or their motives too often. They just need somebody to let them know. Get your pitchforks, get your matches, head on to the campus.
And I guarantee you there is a paycheck connected to this somehow, some way to Rittenhouse. He's being paid.
Of course he's being paid. Are you being paid, Dr. Rashad Ritchie? Could you imagine how hard it is for Kyle Rittenhouse to even live his life at this point? I'm as dead serious I could ever be. Could you imagine Kyle Rittenhouse trying to live his life from now on? And I know there's half of y'all that will think, well, it's his fault. He shouldn't have done what he did, and he shouldn't do that. No, regardless of what you think or feel about Kyle fucking Rittenhouse, the man should be able to live the rest of his life. He was 17 when all this shit happened. This man might have a long life ahead of him. And there's motherfuckers who would participate, I'm trying to tell you, would participate willingly, gleefully, happily, would participate in making sure this kid can't do nothing the rest of his fucking life. I'm telling you, these are the most miserable, good-for-nothing fucking assholes on the planet.
All right, so Kent State released a statement after the event was announced. Quote, a registered student organization is bringing this speaker to campus. Kent State University upholds the First Amendment rights of free speech and peaceful assembly for all. As a state university, we permit groups and individuals to speak and share their views on our campus about topics they feel are important. Kent State has a long history of allowing peaceful dialogue from all points of view, including those whom some may feel are offering different and or sometimes controversial opinions. As with any speaker invited to our campus, the university does not endorse or condone an opinion or a point of view represented by the speaker, nor does the university advocate for any topic the speaker might discuss during their visit to campus. We continue to support and encourage freedom of expression and the free exchange of ideas. Consistent with our core values, we encourage open dialogue and respectful civil discourse in an inclusive, all right?
Beautiful way of putting it, right? Campus saying, hey man, we're not condoning whatever they're coming here to talk about. We let everybody bring speakers in that they want. And what we'd like to ask of our students is if you disagree, have civil discourse about your disagreements. Maybe just try to find common ground. Not a fucking unreasonable statement overall. Now, of course, I skipped the other two statements from the other two colleges because there was 3 colleges in total that released statements. I had to cut the other 2 out. I had to condense that one and speed it up because Dr. Rashad Ritchie is just the worst reader. I'll tell you, it took him 10 minutes to read just that little clip. You just got a great way from these campuses about why they're allowing this to go forward. Let's see what Dr. Rashad Ritchie has to say about that.
Now, you will see all of these presidents have one thing in common. Let's put them up full mass. Can you tell? All right, gentlemen, let's keep that picture up for a second.
But can I tell what? What's it that they have in common, Dr. Rashad Ritchie? That they got teeth? That they're wearing suits? Oh no, they all have pins on their jackets. Is that what they have in common? Wait a second, maybe not that. Okay. Oh, they're all white. Oh, that's what they have in common. I mean, is that the reason why these guys feel the way they feel? Is because they're white? How fucking ugly is that? Dude, just imagine anybody else doing that to any other race of people. It's fucking disgusting. And it's like it really kind of clears up the air as why these people are as racist as they are. And they think everybody else is that racist because it's the only way they can see anything. Bro, they're all fucking racist. In fact, he brings up the fact that all 3 of these men are white, as if somehow that's why they say, you know what? We're going to open the dialogue to all sides. We're not going to pick sides. We're not condoning what anybody's talking about, but every side has the right to have a speech. It's through the school. They follow all the rules. We would let you do what they're doing. And as soon as he gets done reading the reasoning of why, he shows the pictures of 3 white men, and somehow that's the reason why. I just imagine a fucking world, that a white dude did that to like 3 black people or something. Yo, you motherfuckers are the biggest hypocritical fucking racist assholes on the planet. I mean that from my heart. From my heart, you couldn't be no uglier a person.
Also, students, you have freedom of speech too. Those that oppose Rittenhouse, the same freedom that he has to say what he wants to say on your campus, you have that same freedom. How about you talk when he's talking? Freedom of speech.
Yo, this is a grown-ass man. Who'd not imagine has heard a million arguments throughout his life, and somehow this is the side of an argument he comes down on. Hey students, why don't you talk while he's talking? Freedom of speech. You know that's not how that works, right? I mean, you gotta know. You gotta fucking know. God forbid somebody's having an event, a planned out event, selling tickets to an event to which you tell people who don't agree with the event, yo, go talk while they're talking. Freedom of speech, of course. I truly believe that you believe that's freedom of fucking speech. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me.
All right, Sharon, thoughts here.
Well, it's by design, turning point, and I'd say the Republicans in Congress too, another one that they can put some lighter fluid on, stoke another cultural fire, if you will, this war.
Then why don't give it to them? Is that not the smart move? If you think you believe what the ops are gonna do, why would you give it to them? You start this whole thing out, oh, this is just what Republicans do. They're just throwing fuel on the fire. So therefore you give them what they want? Every fucking poster or advertisement they could ever use of just how awful of people you all truly fucking are, you give it to them on a silver fucking platter. Yeah, you might want to read fucking The Art of War. You might actually learn something.
It's why the Republicans introduced the Respecting the First Amendment on Campus Act. It's why they held those hearings and Stefanik, poked her chest out and is very proud that, she got rid of a couple of university presidents who are cowering right now. Not the three that you put up for obvious reasons.
Right.
You see this shit? I'm trying to tell you, bro, and their fan base will watch this and think the exact same way. It's completely not racist, anything they say or do. It can't be racist. It might be prejudice, but God forbid we'll call anybody who disagrees with them on something the most racist people on the fucking planet. Like, it is fucking the upside down. It is the fucking upside down in every sense, where these people are just the biggest lying, gaslighting motherfuckers on the planet and can sit there and just say the most ugly shit in the world. Shorty got some deans fired. Didn't they fire white women too? Isn't she talking about the thing with like all the Jewish Senate was going through like a month or two ago with the one black woman who was in there, wouldn't answer none of the questions about what's a hate crime against Jews? Because it was a black woman and two white women, I'm pretty sure. So it was two white women and a black woman who got fired, but yet the three white men aren't nervous because they're white men. These are their fucking arguments, bro. Like, it's fucking... I'm trying to tell you, I'm pessimistic for a reason. I'm pessimistic for a fucking blatant reason. Because at every angle you look, these people are just carte blanche, allowed to be incredibly racist. Say, do, think, believe things that are 100 times fold anything racist, anybody they would ever accuse of being racist. But somehow they're the good ones. Somehow they're the fucking righteous ones, and it's just everybody else. It's all them other people. It's not us. Of course it's not us. It's them for obvious reasons.
It's a distraction, and it's meant, as the election draws nearer, Dr. Ritchie, to stoke the flames. Let's get it on. Let's cause violence.
That's right.
Then why give it to them? Like, do you not get it? I mean, of course you don't get it. But anybody with some sense would listen to you and think, if that's what you truly believed, why are you going to give it to them? Fuck me, that wig is tied way too tight to that skull of yours.
And remember, all of these things are emerging at the same time. Turning Point USA having a college tour of somebody that, in my opinion, is a flaming bigot.
Who somebody, in my opinion, is a flaming bigot. That's you two. Those are the only two flaming bigots in that entire fucking segment. Bro, you watch these kids just, that one woman that had that baby out there. I seen her in a number of shots. One when she was running behind the crowd screaming, get him, get him, get him. And then another clip was her holding the baby's fucking hand. But when the truck was coming out of that parking lot, she's holding the baby's hand as they're trying to stop a car from moving. You took your baby out the house for this shit. Bro, these people are convinced. They are true believers. They're in a fucking cult. There's a whole number of cults out there at this point, and it's all Marxist, regressive, commie, racist. I'm trying to tell you, bro, they've gotten them from kids and just pumped them every step of the way. Got the nerve to talk about people come to college for learning and growth. You think that's what a single one of them people are out there doing? Learning or growing? They're regressives and they're dangerous. And I promise you, every one of these groups, bro, we're getting hit from a million different ways. Once you start to realize how many actual issues there are and from how many ways, they're just poking holes in the boat. Bro, like, we're at the bow at this point. Like, it is like the water's right there. And I try to tell you, bro, with this election coming up, with the 2024 election coming up, it's going to get bad. It's going to get fucking bad. Get fucking ammo. Get fucking ammo. Store some water. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know, because I'm not even one of them types. I tell you, I got a lot of fucking ammo. I got a lot of fucking ammo. Just in case. Because if and when that shit comes, and I tell you, these people want it. They want it just as bad as they believe anybody else wants it. Got the nerve to just want to crucify this kid, Kyle fucking Rittenhouse. With all the evidence in the world. All the evidence in the world to prove them that they're wrong for what they think. And they would still scream, get them, get them, get them. It's only a matter of time before they want to get you, and get me. Be fucking ready, because it's coming.